Listen, folks, anytime somebody opens up a conversation with the phrase, hey, you remember last year when fill in the blank, whatever, it's a pretty solid bet that you're going to have to scratch your head a little while before the thing I'm unfolding coalesces once again in the dusty recesses of your old memory bank. Why is that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, the news cycle in this country operates as if it's being peddled by Lance Armstrong back when he had 2 balls and was still on the juice. That's pretty fast. Nevertheless, when I say the words Loudoun County, Virginia, I'm guessing most of you don't come up with the double zeros. This county was, after all, ground zero for a whole heaping helping of controversy in the past year, and it's some of that controversy that I want to talk to you about today. A special grand jury has been convened to discuss and rule on whether or not criminal charges should be brought against officials of the left-leaning school board for covering up the sexual assaults of a transgender student against fellow classmates last year. Now, you may or may not recall, there's that fast and furious news cycle for you, but I talked about this when it was happening. This boy, who claims to be a girl, was accused and found guilty of rape of a girl in the school bathroom. And instead of being processed appropriately for his crime, he was transferred to another school in a very hush-hush manner so that there wouldn't be any negative press. Then, while he was at this other school, guess what he did? He assaulted another classmate and was found guilty of felony abduction and sexual misdemeanor battery. This was the case where the father of the first girl was the one who came out and broke the story about how it was quietly handled. You may remember that. Well, let's talk for a second about something else you may remember. The election of Glenn Youngkin to the governorship of Virginia. Now, in January of this year, the Loudoun County School Board was announcing that it would not release a taxpayer-funded report about the incidents to the public so as to protect the families involved. Yeah, I guess they're protecting one of the families involved, right? Anyway, also in January of this year, Youngkin took office, and he started out right. He issued an executive to start an investigation into, well, pretty much everything. Now, hopefully that investigation has some actual teeth. After all, it's taken a freaking year to even get to this point, and they're not going to be able to count on the mainstream media to continue shining a light on it. As far as the media is concerned, the faster this story can disappear, the better. Now, if you're a parent out there, hello, it's possible that you didn't forget about this incident. It's possible that you, much like me, had it sort of branded into your brain along with all the other dangerous and sometimes deadly woke nonsense to which our children have been overexposed to of late. And it's possible that you've been waiting in the wings to hear that some sort of justice will finally be served. Maybe you won't have to wait much longer. The long arm of the law may occasionally be put in a sling when the wrong people inhabit the halls of power, but it can always heal and come back stronger than it was before. Now, in the meantime, we've reached the part of the sermon where the pastor sends out the collection plates and everybody suddenly remembers that they have a roast that's about to burn in the oven at home. Get your kids out of public school, folks. Woke leftism is a scourge, a curse being poured out over the heads of our youth, and it's not going away anytime soon. It only gets worse before it gets better. And right now, we're at that getting worse stage. Don't sacrifice your kids, their minds, their souls, even their bodies on the altar of convenience or even tradition. They're too important for that. Get them out. Folks, I can't even with this stuff that's going on in the world today. And again, please hear me when I say this. I have no condemnation in my heart for you. All right, you're the parent. You're doing the best you can. I don't want you. I'm not trying to guilt you into anything. If you can do it and find the way to do it and get the means to do it, and you can do it out of a sense of conviction, then do it. You shouldn't be guilted into anything. Hear me when I say this. I want to say it 10,000 times, Chris. Don't be guilted into anything. All right. If you think if your kid is in a public school system and you think you got a good handle on it, it's a good system, you know the teachers, you know the educators, you know the administrators, you know the principals, so on and so forth. If you know them and you trust that, then get involved as much as you possibly can and you do what you can do.